Today for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP and cryptocurrency prices, guys, I have some really bad news for you, but also have some good news. This video is most likely going to blow your mind. I want to pull up some data evidence and proof which I've been using throughout the last, 8 years or so to determine where are we in this cycle, in this bull market. And I haven't looked at this since the bear market bottom, where I was accurately using that indicator to tell you what is going to happen throughout the next 2 years up until today. Now, I want to pull up that indicator once again. And yes, I will talk about my XRP trade, my Ethereum trade, and much more. But now I want to evaluate with you what is the bad news, what is the good news. Go straight into the content, smash up the like button. Let's talk about what we need to have a new all-time high for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Today, we're not going to look at this chart. Today, we're not going to look at the Bitcoin chart, not the Ethereum chart. Today, guys, we're not going to have a look at the normal charts. We're going to have a look at some insane charts I prepared for you guys here. Some really interesting on-chain data, which is going to give us a deep view into where we are in the markets right now. Let's look at some indicators, right? I was talking about the bear market bottom. Actually, I showed you an indicator. And now, guys, you need to understand when using a metrics, you're basically having an open book. Something as if you would want to analyze stocks, you would have to hack into exchanges, to stock exchanges, to basically see, okay, what are the whales doing? What is the dumb money doing? What is the smart money doing? What is the new money doing? What is old money doing? You can see all of that on-chain metrics. That is why I really want to like to use those. So like approximately, and 1.5 or 2 years ago, I was using this indicator and also publicly here on YouTube and basically showing you, hey, guys, all the short-term holders are panic selling into the long-term holders, right? Like long-term holders were increasing, short-term holders were decreasing. And that is a very bullish sign. That is usually showing us we are in the end of the bear market. Is most likely going to go up very soon because the dumb money is selling to the smart money, right? So going into this chart right now, it shows us the inverse of that. And that is the bearish thing I told you. I have bad news and I have good news for you. Here you can see the long short-term holder supply ratio is decreasing, indicating, let me show you right here. You can see that the red line in the short-term holders, which is going to in the blue line, which is indicating that we have a shift back from the dumb money to the smart money, from the short-term holders to the long-term holders. And that is by no means, it is something good, right? Just as I told you, it was extremely bullish 2 years ago. At the bear market bottom, I opened my trade. I started this big Bitcoin trade. And now I'm reverse engineering something bad. It is definitely not something you like to see. The question is, if you are in that development, can it go even further? Are we maybe just in the middle of this development? Can we maybe have more long-term holders selling back into the short-term holders? More of the dumb money switching, that is the question. And for that, I want to go in another chart here and show you something. You see, like, this gives me like this elevated point of view. I really love to use on-chain metric. What you can see here is the black line, that is the Bitcoin chart, and the orange line, which is the number of entities, not wallet addresses, entities with a balance of more than 1,000 Bitcoin, not $1,000, 1,000 Bitcoin. So every single data point here on the orange line is showing you an entity which can be one address or a cluster of addresses. So for example, if Binance has 1,000 addresses that gets clustered together to one entity, it is showing us how many entities, not addresses, are holding more than 1,000 Bitcoin, meaning 100 million us approximately, right, or more. And what we can see here is that it's very interesting, especially in regards to this other indicator. We can see we have a little bit of decline since the all-time high, a little bit of whales selling, a little bit of the number of entities actually decreasing. So that is on one hand a good thing, because usually we see these whales selling into the bull market. They start selling earlier, and they already started 1 month ago when we hit the all-time high. But usually that takes some time, right? I mean, let's just go back a little bit in time, and you can see in very bull market, you can see it starts a little bit earlier, especially here in 2017, and the whales are selling into the bull market, and the deaccumulation stops on the bottom of the bear market. The same thing was 2021. They started a few months before, the bull market ended right, and then of course they stopped selling in the bottom of the bear market. So now they started selling, and this isolated, this chart alone would say, hey, maybe we have a couple of more weeks of bull market as the whales just started selling into the bull market, right? So what I want to see to clearly say, hey, that is bearish from an on-chain metric point of view. I want to see the long-term holders selling to the short-term holders, which already is happening, don't get me wrong. And I want to see the number of entities, the number of whale addresses and entities decreasing to a significant degree, which has not quite happened yet, but the process has started. Putting it all together, I think we are in the very end of the bull market, not necessarily the end of the bull market. And remember, sometimes 1 or 2 months is enough to like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times your money, right? So the last weeks of the bull market are the strongest, but I need to show you this. Time-wise, the bull market is at least, I can say, almost over. In fact, my prediction was that this bull market ends in Q2 2025. Let me know what you think about that, dear ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to see each other very soon in the next video of Wine and Crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, until the next one.